Hey guys, this is Joel Runyon with Impossible, and today we are going to piss some people off. All right, so people swearing off caffeine seems to be the big thing lately. I tried it myself for 30 days and I got absolutely nothing out of it.
As far as like sleeping better, having more energy, all that stuff, I didn't see any of that.
So I'm coming out and telling you guys right now that actually caffeine is good. Deal with it. All right, so there's a ton of videos out there about how caffeine is bad for you, why you should give up your morning coffee, tea, etc., and cut caffeine out your lifestyle. But there are enough videos out there about why caffeine is bad for you. So today we're talking about why it's awesome. I think that's the scientific term for it. It's worth noting that this is not nutritional advice. I am not a doctor. You should always test things out for yourself. All right, so I'm gonna break this video down into a couple different categories. First, we're gonna talk about why it's good for athletes. Then we're going to talk about why it's good for high performers. And finally, we're going to talk about how to get the most out of your caffeine intake. All right, so first up, athletes. There are a ton of studies out there that show that caffeine not only helps improve your overall power output, but also lowers your RPE, or your rate of perceived exertion. So basically doing the same thing feels less hard when you're taking caffeine. This is why you see it in almost every pre-workout on the market, because it works. Also, by the way, if you're getting a non-stim pre-workout, if it doesn't have L-citrulline or is doing anything to improve blood flow, it's not really a pre-workout, in my opinion. There's also a bunch of studies out there that show that caffeine can help improve endurance and aerobic power, sprint speed, and strength. So basically, we're covering every aspect of athletic performance. Even if you're not an athlete, you just want to perform better at work, caffeine can help. It's known to help improve cognitive function, attention, and reaction time. Also in the background, it can help improve your metabolic rate or your ability to burn fat. It can also, and this is directly from the literature, help increase the overall sense of well-being. Basically means caffeine can make you happy. I'm not sure about you, but I can definitely agree with that. All right, so how come so many people have a bad experience or feel off whenever they take caffeine, and how can they fix that? All right, so there are a couple things you can do to get more out of caffeine. The first part is sourcing. When it comes to caffeine, not all caffeine is made the same. For example, with coffee, if you get an iced coffee and you get a cold brew, the extraction processes on those two drinks are completely different. And so if you get an iced coffee, you may feel more jittery than if you get a cold brew. Even though in some cases the cold brew has more caffeine in it, you're not gonna feel it as much in your body. In general, if you stick to high quality coffee and you avoid synthetic caffeine in your energy drinks, a lot of the times you're gonna be better off. The second thing you can do to help take the edge off of caffeine is to pair it with L-theanine. Biohackers have been doing this for years because it works. Caffeine will give you the boost of energy that you need, and L-theanine will help take the edge off so you're not feeling jittery all the time. We actually use this in Impossible Energy, our energy drink formula, and it works pretty well because the caffeine will get you up and going and give you the energy and output that you need. And L-theanine will take the edge off so you don't feel like you're jittery all the time. Typically, you want to do this in a 2-to-1 ratio, especially with coffee. So if you have 100 milligrams of caffeine, you would have 50 milligrams of L-theanine you take along with it. L-theanine's gotten really popular in energy drinks lately, but you do want to be careful that you're not taking too much of it early in the day, as you could throw off your circadian rhythms. If you're feeling jittery and unfocused a lot, you can also throw in a compound called tyrosine. Tyrosine is going to help with the mental focus and help keep you locked in a little bit more. You can dose that all the way up to 500 milligrams if you really want to be locked in, but you might see effects starting as low as 100 milligrams as well. You kind of have to test it out and see what works for you. If you guys haven't figured it out by now, I'm a little bit biased towards caffeine. I don't think it's nearly the culprit that everybody makes it out to be, and I think the research behind it actually makes it much closer to something that most people would consider a superfood. The problem is that when most people take caffeine, they're usually stacking it with bad sourcing, a bunch of sugar, and a whole bunch of other junk that doesn't need to be in it. Then they're blaming caffeine for the things that the other ingredients did. This is like going to McDonald's for a month straight, eating a burger with fries and a shake, and then blaming the meat on the burger for the things that the fries and the shake did. Out of all those things, I don't think the meat is the problem. The fries and the shake seem like much more of an issue. If you guys have tried caffeine before but you didn't have a good experience, check out Impossible Energy. It's our custom energy drink formulation for elite athletes and high performers. It's got 200 milligrams of caffeine, but it's packed with nootropics, so you feel locked in and focused and not jittery or uncomfortable like other energy drinks out there. We also have a performance sleep cocktail called Impossible Sleep, and we've got some dope apparel on the site that you can check out and wear for your next Impossible challenge, whatever that is. You can follow along with Impossible at Impossible HQ on pretty much every social media and at Impossible on TikTok. And you can follow me at Joel Runyon on pretty much every social network on the planet. Hey guys, that's it for me. Thanks for watching the video. If you want to see more, hit like and subscribe so you make sure to get every single one that comes out. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.